Hey guys, it's Aksa and today I have this makeup tutorial for you. It's like a copper and burgundy eyeshadow look. I'm really obsessed with these colours lately. They're so perfect for winter time, I think. So if you wanted to see how I got this look, just carry on watching. So we're going to start off with some moisturiser. I'm going to use the Moisture Matte by Garnier. It's oil free and it's really good for people who have oily skin like me. And then I'm going to prime my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This is just going to make sure that your makeup lasts all day. And also just keep your oil at bay. I also use the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer as well. I just apply this to my nose a bit and the sides of my nose and my forehead. It's basically like a silicone-y based primer and it just fills in your pores and makes everything look much smoother. For foundation, I'm going to go in with my EX1 Invisiwear foundation with my Real Technique sponge. I'm going to dot it all over my face. It's just a tiny bit dark for me, that foundation, so I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match in the shade W2 and just dot a tiny bit of that as well around my face. It's just going to create the perfect shade for me. And then blend that in. Right, now I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm taking the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I'm going to place it on all my blemishes and spots and stuff. I'm in the shade Warm Medium. I'm going to apply it to all of my spots and blemishes, which is basically everywhere on my face. And then just take the pointed end of this sponge and I'm going to blend it in with that. Just pat it into my skin. I'm just going to brush through my eyebrows with the spoolie. I'm going to take my Rimmel brow pencil, and yeah, I need to get a new one. First I'm just going to outline the shape of my brow. I focus this mainly in the inner part because that's where it's a bit more sparse. And now I'm just going to take my sleek eyebrow stylist and fill in all the sparse areas in the rest of my brow. It's just going to make them look a bit more fuller and thicker. And I'm just going to take the spoolie again and just blend it in at the front because it looks a bit harsh. I always set my brows as well, and I always use the Maybelline Brow Gel in dark brown. This is just going to make sure all the hairs don't go out of place throughout the whole day. I'm going to leave out concealing and highlighting for now. I'm going to do that after I'm done with my eyes. That way if there's any eyeshadow fallout I can just clean it up much easier. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. Blend that in with the same sponge. So this is just creating an even base on your eyelid and to get rid of any discoloration. Then I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in a transparent shade and I'm going to set my eyelids with that. It's going to prevent that concealer from creasing. It's also going to make sure your eyeshadow doesn't crease and your eyeshadow is going to blend so much easier. This is like the perfect combination for me to prime my eyelids with. I love it. If you have oily eyelids, you should definitely try doing that before you do your eye makeup. So I'm going to do like a copper eyeshadow look on my eyes today. It's like my favourite look to do. So I'm going to use an eyeshadow base. This is this eyeshadow stick from Rimmel and it's in the shade Witness White. It's a scandalised one. I'm just going to apply that to my whole lid and then just blend it out a bit with my finger. That just creates a base for your eyeshadow and it's going to make the colour of your eyeshadow pop so much more. Right, so for the copper colour of my eyes, I'm going to take the Carly Bible palette and this coppery shade right here. I'm just going to apply that with my finger onto all of my lid. This eyeshadow palette is my favourite thing. It's got such a range of colours and it's so affordable as well. Like, I'm going to link it down below because if you're into these kind of colours, well, I wasn't into these colours until I got this palette and now I'm so into them. But if you are into these kind of colours and you'd be interested in it, you should definitely get your hands on it. It's so affordable. Right, doesn't matter if it's a bit messy because we are going to blend it all in. Look how pigmented that is. Oh, I love it. I'm going to take this little eyeshadow brush from H&M. There's nothing on the brush right now. I'm just going to blend it out. Then we need to define that crease now. I'm going to take some Makeup Unique eyeshadows for this. These eyeshadows are so good. Like, I only have 10 right now, but I want to buy every single one of them because they're so good quality. So I'm going to take this shade right here, it's like a transition shade, and it's called Latte, like a brown transition shade. I'm just going to apply that to my crease. Just going to blend back and forth, back and forth. Then I'm going to take this shade right here called Bitten, and it's like a maroony burgundy colour. I'm going to just deepen up the crease with that colour. Obviously that needs to be blended out. Just going to take this sort of fluffy slanted brush and blend it out so there's no harsh lines. The key to any good eyeshadow look is to just blend until your arms hurt. Because sometimes I see people who have such nice eyeshadow on, but the only thing they haven't done is blended. Like they have like a harsh line here. If they just blended it, they would look amazing. And to help me blend that out, I'm going to take this shade called Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek, put that onto the brush and blend. It's like a really great transition shade because it's just like a light peach colour, quite close to skin colour. So personally I like a really defined crease. So I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution brush, and it has this really nice domed end to it this side. I'm going to take that same Bitten Maroon shade, apply it to the brush and just create like a harsh crease line. These colours go so well together, the burgundy and the copper. I'm going to take that quite into the inner part of my eye as well. It's kind of like creating a really subtle cut crease look. I'm going to take that same H&M brush and a bit of the brown Latte shade that I used before and blend the top part out. And then take that big fluffy brush again and blend. You just have to be patient and spend time blending. Gonna go in with that copper shade again just to make it more pigmented and make it come back to life a little bit. So you could skip winged liner at this point and just use a bit of black gel liner or pencil liner on the upper lash line just to define your eyes a bit, but I am going to do winged liner because might as well just go all out and dramatic. My favourite liquid liner right now is the NYC liquid liner. It's like £4, you guys, and it's so good quality. It's really black and it dries matte. I'm just gonna bring this mirror closer to me. I always like looking down into the mirror when I'm doing my winged liner, so I'm just gonna first create that line and then create the wing and connect it to my eye. Because I want that copper eyeshadow to be seen, I'm not going to go too far in to the inner part of my eye. The thing with this eyeliner, you have to kind of wait for it to dry before you blink, otherwise it will transfer everywhere. Now on to mascara. I'm just going to curl my eyelashes first. And then I'm going to go in with this Kiko Extra Sculpt mascara. Once again, I like looking down into the mirror, so that way it's less likely to transfer to your lids. Now I can finish off with my under eyes. I'm going to go with quite a full coverage concealer because I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC25. I'm going to pump some out onto my finger and then apply it underneath my eye. I'm just going to take a bit on the top of my nose. I'm going to use the same Real Technique sponge, the pointed side, and blend that in. So the reason that I do my concealer afterwards is because if there's any eyeshadow fallout, you can just get rid of it easily instead of like having done all your makeup and then the eyeshadow fall out and ruining your makeup when you want to wipe it away, which is so annoying. I'm going to set my under eyes just how I set my top lid before my eyeshadow. I'm going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte powder I have to set my under eye straight away to prevent it from creasing. And just before I set the rest of my face with powder, I'm going to go in with the last cream product, Kiko cream highlighter in like the champagne gold colour, I believe. I'm just going to take it on my finger and then pat it in to the tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to take the same powder, the Rimmel one, the one that I love, and just pat that in with this black top brush. I'm going to finish off my eyes now. I'm going to take that same Makeup Revolution brush and I'm just going to basically do whatever I did to my top eyelid to the bottom lash line. I'm going to take that shade Bitten again and run that along my lower lash line. This just pulls everything, the whole look together, and makes it look so much more complete. I need to highlight the inner corner, so I'm going to create a base for that to make the colours pop a bit more, again with that same Rimmel Scandalised eyeshadow stick. Just apply a little bit of that. I'm going to take the Carly Bybel palette again, and I'm going to take this gold shade here because I feel like the gold colour is going to really complement the copper. Take this Eco Tools brush and just pat it into that gold shade and apply it to the inner corner. I am going to apply some of this Rimmel white eyeliner to my waterline because I think it's gonna, that white colour is going to just create such a contrast with the burgundy and the red and the copper. Now I'm going to take the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I'm going to take my Kiko mascara again and just apply another layer to my top lashes. I'm just going to take a dry cotton bud, and if I got any mascara onto my eyeshadow, I'm just going to wipe it with this, and it's going to take off that mascara but without getting rid of your eyeshadow. Take this Benefit set I have and this big angled brush. I'm going to take Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I'm just going to first create a harsh line and then blend it out with the same brush and blend it upwards as well, not downwards. Tiny bit on the bottom of my nose. That's as far as I go with contouring my nose because my nose is already pretty thin. And then I'm going to take this on the sides of my head and like my temples to bronze up my face a bit. I'm going to use my Kiko Soft Touch Blush in the shade 112. It's got purpley tones in it, which I think is going to really complement the copper burgundy eye. I'm just going to apply that to apple on my cheeks and take it back a bit into my contour as well, so it's going to look much more blended and flawless. So I need to blend it all in. I'm going to take this big like kabuki fluffy brush from Elle and just blend, blend, blend. Time for highlighting, which is like my favourite. I'm going to take the Carly Bybel palette again. You guys can tell how much I love this palette so much. I'm going to take that same Eco Tools brush that I used for my inner corner highlight. I think I'm going to take this champagne-y shade here, and the gold, and the pinky shade. Yeah, let's just use all of them. And I'm just going to go over that cream highlight that I did. I think I want a bit more gold though, so I'm going to take that gold eyeshadow that I use in my inner corner. And then I'm going to blend that out with my finger. I always take it down to like the apples of my cheeks as well. For lip liner, I'm going to take my MAC Soar lip liner and just outline my lips and fill them in with it as well. And I'm going to go for a purple toned lip today. I'm going to take this Topshop lipstick called Devotion. Once my lashes are completely dry, I go ahead, recurl them, and one last coat of mascara because I'm obsessed with it. Baby, now hold me close. Baby, now hold me close. Baby, now hold me close. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did. I'm really active on my other social media sites as well, like Twitter and Instagram, so I will link those down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!